In the West Bank, the IDF is deploying snipers to ambush Palestinians throwing objects at cars. Utilizing intelligence to predict where attacks will take place, marksmen conceal themselves, lying in wait. How many Palestinians do you estimate that you've shot over this time period?
In the last year, since October the 7th, I estimate more than 100. It really depends on the type of attack that the Palestinian has come to do. If he's come to throw a stone, I don't always kill. I injure him in the knee with accurate fire in order to neutralize him and to create a deterrence not to approach the area again. And if he comes with something more dangerous, like a Molotov cocktail, an explosive device, or a weapon, then I make a precise shot to eliminate him.
Other means of preventing attacks against cars traveling through the West Bank have been tried and proved ineffective, the commander says.
What we see here is 3 guys preparing to throw stones at Route 60, where cars are traveling at 70 miles per hour. A stone hitting you at this speed destroys lives. We see the guys collect stones through the thermal scope, actually bending down to pick them up. 2 of them take a forward position, overlooking the cars, so they can throw at the windshield. The guy on the left is preparing to throw. We are ready. As soon as he throws, we fire accurately. The guy on the left falls. The other on the right runs 20 to 30 meters and falls behind a bush. We are already pursuing them at this stage.
The young soldiers at his command say they understand the responsibility resting on their trigger fingers.
It's a big feeling because you understand the importance of what you're doing. So if, say, there's a terrorist that comes to throw Molotovs on speeding cars on the highway, you know, you can easily get into an accident and kill people.
But how easily can a tall teenager be misidentified as an adult when viewed through a thermal sight?
If we look back at the area's history and intelligence patterns, most of the attackers are over the age of 18. It's important to say that. There have been cases where we identified a 14 to 15-year-old minor who is very short and skinny, and we don't shoot. We detain him on the spot. But usually we manage to identify. Our soldiers are very professional.
When such tactics are employed, attacks against cars in an area reduce, the sniper company commander says, leaving his troops ready to deploy to the next ambush.
Night 24 News correspondent Robert Swift is still with me in studio. Robert, how proportionate is this use of force, snipers versus stones?
Look, first of all, I'm sure the IDF would say that this is proportionate, and I think we have to understand that it is correct that these attacks can be dangerous or even at times deadly. There have been cases in the past where people have died as a result of being struck with a stone to the windshield. I think that the question would be more around, it's in the grey area. You know, throwing a stone at a moving car, it can be deadly, but does that mean that every incidence of a stone being thrown towards a highway is equally dangerous? No, it's unlikely to be the case, and I think the concern for some that would claim that this would be disproportionate is that in every instance of a stone being thrown at a highway, it would be considered a lethal attack, and therefore a sniper can open fire on the individual. In that case, I think in a lot of other militaries outside of the IDF, there would be concern about this being disproportionate.
And how widely is this tactic used by the IDF, actually?
So the company commander that I was speaking with, he said that he had multiple teams. These sniper teams, they'd go out in small groups of soldiers, and he was sending multiple teams out across different areas of the West Bank. So it does seem as if it is fairly widely conducted. It should be noted that the majority of instances where stones are being thrown at cars in this manner, it is generally speaking Palestinians that are doing it. Of course, it has to be noted that there are times when Israeli settlers who are living in the West Bank also throw stones at cars. Obviously, the IDF is not deploying and conducting ambushes when that happens.
And when the IDF does use this tactic, does it always kill the suspects?
No, the video footage that we just saw there, where the three men were shown throwing stones, they were apprehended following being hit by fire from the snipers. There are cases that the commander told me that his soldiers will open fire to intentionally kill the target if they see them carrying a weapon or if they see them carrying a Molotov cocktail. With regards to stones, like we saw in the clip, that the commander said that generally he wouldn't use lethal force there. However, it has to be understood that anytime somebody is firing live ammunition at a person, whether they're aiming for the knee or the center of mass, there's a good chance you're going to kill them.